a poor woman, this is where she stayed to manage herself. What is her business there? Because of economic hardship, we should not obey the law. They were promoting criminality. That's not that one. There's nothing I can do. I have no pity for that. Demolition will continue. If, like yesterday, when I went for inspection, I saw all kinds of shanties everywhere. I said in the city, no. The development control, go and bring it down. Go and bring it down. Economic hardship does not make that the city should not look fine. No. No. If they are saying so, that because of economic hardship, you are selling corn, I agree. But when you peel the corn, you drop the refuse there. Who will come and carry for you? Who? So your own is to create refuse. Government will come, carry. Who pays? So these are things we don't need to begin to pity, sympathy. No, if we do sympathy, we won't go anywhere. We must be firm and take a decision. It's not every decision you take, everybody will be happy. But what is important is it going to help? Well, look at the cost. If it's something we can carry, even if in the next 3 years, we're able to do that. So it's already in our plan. And I believe that the technical committee, the National Security Advisor, and the DSSS and the others we have set up, we believe their report will come out and then see whether we can incorporate it in the 2024 budget. That is as regards to CCTV. Let me also thank the person who has appreciated us and let you know that we will sign CFOs for such division. When I was governor, it's on record from 2015 to 2019. I signed not less than 20,000 CFOs. It's on record. So I believe by the grace of God, we still can do more. By the grace of God, we still can do more. On the issue of street lights, he said we should increase the budget. It's not increasing the budget. If the money is available, we will increase. It's not increasing. If we put 10 billion and the money is not there, it doesn't make any sense. Who would not love to put street light everywhere in Abuja? Everybody would love that. But even putting the solar light is not just the problem. People have now turned to steal the street light itself. It's so terrible. You know, you spend money to provide light, to provide beauty, provide security. People are somewhere planning how to make sure it does not. I mean, and when you look at these things, you feel pain. You feel pain. And if you want to go and prosecute, before you know it, they've let off the hook. Because even if you jail them, what is the fine? 10,000 there. They'll come back, they'll come out the same day. So we are working to provide street lights in all areas. But note that this is the setback. It's like we are doing road now. Look at the manhole. It's so terrible. You are sleeping in the night, somebody wakes in the odd hour to go and steal the manhole. And you chase them, prosecutors doing their best. They charge them to court. It's a billable offense. So we'll come out and meet with you and see what we can do. Let there be punitive measure. So that is on that. Demolition. We can't stop demolition. You see, demolition, you can't go and build an illegal place. Say, for example, here is mapped out to be a green area. Then on your own, you go and build. Then you want us to come and compensate you that we are demolishing. Illegality is illegality. But if we are building and we want to acquire your property, we'll pay. Take, for example, now, we are going to reconstruct old Garki. Compensation has been paid since. The only thing remaining is the chief's palace, which we have paid, which I've approved 2 days ago. So I'm going to put it in the 2024 budget for the reconstruction of all the, but compensation. So it's not when you see all demolition and people are crying. We are paid. We are paid. If you check the second runway, we acquired land and resettled the people. We paid. And they are still there. And people, when you push them, that's why they start crying. We have nowhere to go. But you took the money. So the issue of economic hardship does not apply here. It does not apply. I mean, you see how this place is being designed, right? And somebody somewhere comes and goes to one of the field there to erect a structure. And then if the National Assembly management now wants to take a decision, bring it down. Then you begin to, oh, a poor woman, this is where she stayed to manage herself. What is our business there? Because of economic hardship, we should not obey the law. Then we're promoting criminality. That's not that one. That's not I can do. I have no pity for that. Demolition will continue. If, like yesterday, when I went for inspection, I saw all kinds of shanties everywhere. I said in the city, no. The development control, go and bring it down. Go and bring it down. Economic hardship does not make that the city should not look fine. No. No. If they are saying so, that because of economic hardship, you are selling corn, I agree. But when you peel the corn, you drop the refuse there. Who will come and carry for you? Who? So your own is to get refuse. Government will come, carry. Who pays? So these are things we don't need to begin to pity, sympathy. No, if we do sympathy, we won't go anywhere. We must be firm and take a decision. It's not every decision you take, everybody will be happy. But what is important is it going to help for the development of our city? That's what is important. So I'm sorry if anybody is there. Security, yes, why we didn't put there? It's provided in the national budget. If you see the national budget, which was the supplementary budget, you see security was taken care. So we don't need to bring it again in the supplementary budget. But again, it will come up in 2024 budget because you cannot do anything without security. The National Library, I sympathize this country. I was the Minister of Education. There is nothing we did not speak, no grammar. So how can you tell me a country like this cannot have a standard national library? A library that has been since how many years cannot be completed? It's an embarrassment. You don't also say that you prefer it to culture. You say no, culture is important. It's very, very important. But I don't see why we cannot finish that national library. So it is not under FCT. It's not under FCT. I think it's under Ministry of Education. So I don't want to encroach in another person's territory. So since it's not there, it's not there. So security I'm taking care of. Wait for a second. About rail, Mr. President will commission the metro line by May. If you look at national budget, for this supplementary budget, it's also provided for rail. So we don't need to provide for it in the statutory supplementary budget. And you also see that we are also doing access roads from communities to link up those rail stations. As I speak to you now, the works are ongoing in various access routes. I will come to you about the rural communities. And waste recycle is important. It's also capital intensive. We will set up a committee to look at it and come up with what we can do if it's affordable, or we can partner with investor private, we'll do it PPP. But you know that most Nigerians don't like this PPP. The only PPP you see here is the Abuja land. And the PPP is against FCT. Every PPP you see in Abuja about land, all against the government, and which I will cancel them. And we okay, take for example, government is doing road. We have land in Wasa. Government is doing the infrastructure, 85 billion. Then they will enter into an agreement with the developer to build and sell. No one naira is coming to us. Land is our own. 85 billion is our own. Then developer enters to build house and sell to other people. So I've lost. Government have lost. I cancelled it. I cancelled it. I said, don't worry. We will build the infrastructure. We will build, and then we can sell and make more money. You go and build. He will say to you, how can I bring 500 hectares of land? Then spending 85 billion for infrastructure. Then one bloody developer will come and they enter into agreement. I said, no, that agreement does not work where I am. It won't work. There's no need. They will come and meet you to talk to me. Please don't come. Because what is wrong is wrong. What's wrong is wrong. These are the kind of things we cannot accept. About the budget on national mosque, I have told you here before that this has to do with additional works they required. We went there. This is the Executive Secretary of FCDA. So I said, okay, go and meet them. Let them show you the additional works. The one that was shown to him in the mosque, I said, contract been awarded before, paid. Now this is additional work. And this is what they gave him. It's okay. Since it was not in the original budget, this additional work, it was not in the original budget. You have given out contract to Pentia. Then let us, okay, we want you to add doors, for example. It becomes additional work. You have to appropriate for it. That's why you see the difference. It's based on the work that has been given to the ESFCD. On the issue of design and construction of, CFO, well, that's a very distortion. Distortion against who? Extortion against who? If we are providing for security to prevent fraud, you should even be jumping that they have provided a measure that will checkmate frauds. They provide a measure that will improve our security. And also from there, we benefit from it. Collect tax and do some of the projects you want me to do. Where would I get the money? There's no 13% in Abuja now. The only oil here is land. You will get the CFO to do business. So I don't think there's anything about the extortion. There's no extortion. How much is it? Individuals go and pay 50,000 naira. Corporate body pay 100,000. What is extortion? To get things done very well. There's no extortion. I'm looking for improving security. I'm looking for improving my IGR, and then that will improve infrastructure in FCT. I didn't say that we are spending money. No, I said this 9 billion we are paying. It was not provided in the 2023. That's why I have come here. Give me the approval so that I can spend 9 billion. It is not anticipatory approval. The one I'm talking about we will do is 2024 budget. We will bring 2024 budget to you here. This is the money we want to spend. We will spend, take for example, 30 billion. For example now. Now, in that 30 billion, if you give approval, it's now for us to work out how do we spend this 30 billion. It's okay. We will not get the money to do the work immediately. Attach it to our IGR. Go to a bank. That's why we're out of the single treasury account. Go to a bank with this amount of money. Take our IGR, attach for the payment of those loans. How much will you pay every month to the bank? Bank will give you 2 billion naira. Bank give us 30 billion, for example. We already have 30 billion. But bank is collecting 2 billion naira from our IGR through ISPO. Then you use the money and do the project, which we will come here. So there's nothing like anticipatory approval. I'm only saying these are our strategies, what we intend to do in completing most of these projects. So, you know, and being from executive, I don't like anticipatory approval. I'm scared of it. You know, construction of VP. You know, the VP residence was built by the military, the Abuja house. So the government then said, look, it will be proper to build a more befitting residence for the VP. And that was in 2010 when this contract was awarded for the cost of 7 billion naira. And no money was, it's just like what they are building for the principal officers, presiding officers. The Senate President, the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, the Deputy Senate President. You can see there, but it has been abandoned because no funding. No funding. It has been abandoned. But we would believe that next year we are going to incorporate it in our own statutory budget. Let us finish it. Even if they don't want to use it, you can turn it to a different thing, rather than abandon a project. So that is what is on ground, not that we are not innovating. It is a new job approved by President Council in 2010. But we think that we should be able to finish it. And we are going to finish it and will be commissioned in May 2029. Then you talk about PPP or mass transit. Let me just, of course, there's no number of buses and taxis you can buy that will be enough. This is what government can provide. Some people are applying to have PPP with the FCT. So we encourage it. We encourage it because that will also help. But then we will know who are the drivers of those, because they have to be what do you call it, a security profile. Well, you cannot bring any driver that has not been profiled. The driver must be profiled. The number of cars must. So these are the things. So we won't just say you are bringing vehicles and we allow you. No, we won't do that. We'll do it properly, so that for security reasons too, we don't go into one chance. Road in Abuja, you know this country is a very funny country. Now we came, now we are doing roads. Everybody now wants every road to be. But it's not possible. Even if you keep me here for a number of, I can't finish all the. If I finish, so there will not be another minister. You see, I don't promise what I cannot. I'm not saying that we'll take roads. Take for example, we are now doing 30 kilometers in the 6 area councils. It's in the national budget, supplementary budget. We told each area council, let us have one critical road, 5 kilometers, 6 kilometers, give to us. And they did. And Abuja is also involved. If they not put the one that you think, there's nothing I can do. It is the chairman of councils, they nominated the roads. Because I don't know the roads. I don't know the roads. So be assured that roads in the rural areas will be done. 2024 will also add more roads. I agree that it's key. We only talk about FCT as a city. We should also go outside, and that's what we started doing. So if we do this 30 kilometers, And we are paying the contractors immediately. It is provided in the national budget. And we give them only 6 months. Each contractor must finish, 8 months. Each contractor must finish, I believe, 5 kilometers. We have a dry season now. So we have to utilize the dry season. Having paid them the mobilization, for example, then we attach it to our revenue. Having paid the mobilization, then other payments will be done through ISP. And that is the simple magic. It's when people think in River State, that's the only simple magic. Because if you don't do that, a lot of projects will be abandoned. And contractors are happy. They have the confidence. Now we know that they will pay every month a lot. They are not writing to me to approve. No more bureaucracy on that. And they're working. They're working. There's nothing like creating confidence between the client and the contractor. Even if you have not given them money, they come to me, they say, Minister, we know you will pay. We are going to site. That confidence alone is key. And that is what we are doing. And we want to urge that it should help us to see that. But the 100 billion has not been released, though. Mr. Chairman, the 100 billion has not been released, though. So not when you hear 100